First Take is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hugh Hewitt, joined by New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, who spent the last week, I'm sure, talking to Jerry Jones about acquiring Johnny Manziel for his Dallas Foot Cowboys. Has that been ongoing? Do you got anything to report to us, Governor?
I got to say, Hugh, what you're begging me to do, I will not. I will throw my body in front of the Johnny Manziel train if it heads towards Dallas.
Well, in case you didn't hear that, Chris Christie with harsh comments about Johnny Manziel playing in Big D, throwing himself in front of the Johnny train. Stephen A., your reaction?
Well, listen, I know that Chuck Solitero and Brian Bork doesn't want me to get political, but I'm going to do it anyway. No, I'm only playing, fellas. Just having fun. I'm just playing. Now, listen, Christie, I applaud Christie's position. Because now you're showing me that you're not interested in the pop and sizzle and the headlines alone. You're interested in substance, okay? Which is rare for me to hear from a Cowboys fan. So I just want to thank Chris Christie for representing what Cowboy fans are supposed to be instead of emulating the worst fan base in American history. Hey, the fans of the Cowboys are the worst thing to happen to this great country of ours. I just want to tell you that right now. The fans.
I got news for Governor Christie. The Dallas Cowboys are still America's team with the biggest following of fans in this country. And I'm here to tell you a majority of those fans want to see Johnny Manziel in Cowboy metallic blue learning behind and backing up Tony Romo.
Why?
Because it's exciting.
Why if he's not going to play?
Because Johnny Manziel will bring new pop and electricity to Jerry World.
What do you want?
Governor Christie, he's a bandwagon fan.
You want to see him on the sideline?
You know
what do you want to do? See him on the sideline wearing a uniform, walking up and down the sideline? That's going to do it for you?
Governor Christie just cost himself a whole lot of potential votes around this country, if not a whole lot of votes in his home state of New Jersey, where there are many, many Cowboy fans. I'm not saying they're more than Giant fans, but they're up there. They're up there.
They're not. They're not. And you watch your mouth about Christie. I like Christie. You watch your mouth about him. You watch your mouth.
Himself in front of the Johnny train. Oh, stop it. Just stay out of our business.
You just never
stay out of our business.
This is our business.
You'll take Johnny or RG3. You're good with either.
You don't live in New Jersey.
Both of them.
You
don't live in New Jersey.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, please, please.
You know what
be
time
respectful.
it is.
Thank God there's a reasonable Dallas Cowboy fan out there. There's a reasonable fan.
He should worry about the Giants. He should worry about the Giants, the state he's in.
The only reason anybody's paying any attention to Governor Christie.
What do you have to do with this? What do you have to do with this?
What?
What do you have to do with this, Miss Connecticut? What's that about? What's that about?
Excuse me, what state is he in? He's in New Jersey.
No, but so and you're in Connecticut.
Yeah, guess what? I don't have pro teams. What do you want from me? New Haven County. We had to adopt the Giants.
Exactly.
Always making it personal, Skip. Get him.
You don't even get to New
I don't get to finish.
Where is he from New Jersey? Miss Connecticut. You don't even. I don't want to hear that.
You are increasingly annoying to me.
Will you open your eyes? I just don't know what to say. A dead clock is right twice a day. What are we going to praise him for next to the kind of damn cereal he eats for breakfast?
We took a look at our Mike Sandoz ranking of every player in Super Bowl 50. Peyton was all the way down the list at 22, but let's check out the top of the list here. The top 5 dominated by front 7 defenders, but a quarterback is among them at number 3, Mr. Cam Newton. Stephen A., do you agree with Cam at 3?
Absolutely not. He should be number 1. I don't think there's any question about it. Carolina is religious for having a stout defense, at least to some degree. Last time I checked, it didn't generate a 15-1 record, a number 1 seed in the NFC, along with the trip to the Super Bowl. That didn't happen. It happened once Cam elevated his level of play. That's not to take anything away from Luke Kuechly. He's been absolutely sensational. There's no doubt about it. Got pick sixes in both playoff games. He deserves to be commended, along with the rest of that defense, including Thomas Davis, who I hope is healthy enough to play, Josh Norman, and the rest of the crew. But there is no escaping the fact nor the reality that Cam Newton is the guy that stirs this cup. He's the one that drives this ship. And without Cam, the Carolina Panthers wouldn't even be in the vicinity of the Super Bowl. That is a fact. Cam Newton has elevated this team in every way imaginable, with his running game, with his passing game, with his willingness to show up in big moments and catapult this team to another level, with his ability to galvanize the troops and elevate their level of play, not just for themselves, but for each other as a unit. Cam Newton is the unquestioned leader of this team. He is the guy primarily responsible for all things that are Carolina this year, and he should be number one on that list.
I can't tell you how much I agree with everything you just said. I also want you to know I love Mike Sando's stuff. I read and digest all of it. But I got to tell you, this ranking, to me, forgive me, Mike, it's just silly. It's just wrong. I believe that if we took an anonymous vote of both locker rooms right now, most valuable player on either team in this Super Bowl, I believe Cam Newton would win that vote of both Panthers and Broncos 100-something to nothing. To nothing. And look, that's taking nothing away from Luke Kuechly. He's clearly the quarterback of a very good defense. He calls their signals. He's a playmaker. He's a ball hawk. We know all that. He is the driving force of their defense. But, Stephen A., I've been doing this for a long time, and all the defensive coordinators or head coaches that I've ever dealt with said when you build your defense, you want, number one, pass rushers, and number two, cornerbacks, not linebackers. You want pass rushers. So if you want to put Von Miller at number 2 on this list because he is so disruptive, and he was for Tom Brady, obviously, that's cool with me. But he should be above Kuechly. If you want to put Kuechly 3, I guess you could. But trust me on this, every player on both teams would say that Cam is easily the most valuable player and should be number 1 on this list.
So you and I agree with the order. It should be Cam, Von Miller, and then Kuechly.
Yes. And Peyton should be 22. Right?
No, I wouldn't go as far as 22. 12. 12.
All right, we'll leave it there. Up next, we're going to switch gears here. New Jersey Governor and Cowboys fan Chris Christie has strong comments about Johnny Manziel, Skip.
I can't wait for this.
Don't miss what he had to say after the break. I can't wait either.
Did I fall asleep and dream? You did it. You chose him. He was horrible. How about them Cowboys? I don't know what he's doing. He tap danced like the late Gregory Hines.
I don't want to hear that.
You are increasingly annoying to me.
Will you open your eyes? I just don't know what to say. A dead clock is right twice a day. What are we going to praise him for next? The kind of damn cereal he eats for breakfast?